Oi, oi. Flat Earth British Martin Liedtke speaking. Flat thumbs, double flat thumbs to infinity, Googleplex thrice. I think that'll do. How are you guys? Yes, this is a midweek adventure. Martin Liedtke's come back. You should check my comms. How are you? Fantastic. So tonight we're going to have an Egyptian flavour. As you can see, I am live in Memphis. Yes, that's right. Flat Earth British is live in Memphis. Not Memphis, Egypt, but the original Egypt. Memphis, Tennessee. Yeah? I think Chuck Berry was telling us, long distance information calling. Memphis, Tennessee. What about Tennessee? Was it a Tennessee because there was a C there? Or was it a tenancy? Curious. So there is overwhelming proof or evidence out there that and endless narratives like Adam and Eve narrative or Greenland theory or some of Ignatius's theories or Charles Fort's theories and literature on the old world actually being in America. So that would include all of the Bible stories, pharaohs, Phoenicians, and all of it. So from what I can make out of the story so far, what I will present now is a fuck ton of evidence to support this idea. Okay, that Egypt and the old world was in America. Now, prior to Noah's flood, the pre-Diluvian society that is possibly, from what I will show you now, possibly the Tartarian ideals, and that this is how this place was. Now, it would seem that the Phoenicians, wherever they arrived from elsewhere, I think their place may have been destroyed, and I think they tried to rebuild it in the same style, and so they would recognize because they were homesick and replicate everything like York, New York, or Wales, New South Wales. Everything had to be done twice. Now, is it possible that history is so off that they've reversed it and the old world, which they call the new world, is in fact America? I definitely think so. I think the run of events is that the classical world, Rome or Phoenicia or Egypt in this case, because we're going to have a very Egyptian feel in this. I want you all to do an Egyptian dance because I'm in Memphis. Okay, I'm going to do a sand dance later. Are you doing that? Do it in your room. Yeah. Okay. Okay, you're all doing sand dances. I'm very happy. So, on that note, we're having a very Egyptian feel for tonight. Now, belly dance. Do a belly dance. That would be good. So we're going to look at overwhelming evidence and some stuff that have been handed to me, some stuff I've dug up, and it's all very, very mind-blowing. Later on in the post, we're going to have a Persian feel to the post, which will be very nice and very beautiful as well. Okay, guys? And we're going to have a fantastic night. Now, Wednesday, what is Martin doing back with such juicy stuff and fantasticness on a Wednesday? Well, you may well ask. Now, I can sense an excitement in the atmosphere, and I can sense you guys, the Flat Earth British think tank crew, I can sense that you sense that things are going to get rather juicy and exciting around these parts. Can you not? Yeah? Okay. So Flatterday will be a little bit different because I like to change stuff, and I like to, not do the same thing over and over again. So we're going to have a little bit of a different flavour on Flatterday, Saturday coming. I will crank up around 8 o'clock usual and do a bit of a presentation. And then 9 o'clock, I'm going to have a guest. I'm going to have a guest for a change, okay, for Flat Earth British peeps to enjoy. So I thought what we'd do is we grab a true YouTube legend, okay, and that is Russian vids. So we're going to get Russian vids over 9 o'clock GMT Saturday night to very well-known, legendary, apparently in my case, YouTubers and flat earthers who have been at this a long time. We're veterans, okay? So it's going to be really exciting, okay, guys, as I'm sure if you know Avi and how long all of this has been unfolding. I've learned a lot from that man, all of the gematria, the Freemasonic coding, an education from that man early on. So that's a definite. So a lot to be learned, so that'll be on Flatterday. So I hope you do look forward to that. In the meantime, fantasticness. So as you can see, 300 of you here, just short of 280. I'm in Memphis, Tennessee, live. Yeah, I didn't have the jab. Okay, I teleported. I found out the temples were actually teleporters, and I took one. Ka-ching. No, that's not true. It might be true. So, jabbers. So I've had a friend who works in the shop come up to me the other day, looking really pale, pasty, and like she was going to drop. I said, "Whatever's the matter, love?" She said, "I had the jab about an hour ago, and now I feel like I've got vertigo, and the whole world's going and spinning out." I said, "Oh, that sounds really awful." She says, "It is. I'm going to drop." I said, "Is it your second?" She said, "Yes, my second." So that's not good. Seen her today. She's feeling really fucked up. My neighbour, who just lives over the road, who's my street Razda, my little mate Paddy, he pulled me today and said, "You're not getting jabbed, are you?" I said, "You're having a laugh." He said, "Well, my cousin's had it, who stays with him, and he said he's thrown up every single morning since he had it. Does this sound something like you want to try?" Nothing but bad news concerning that jab. And it's not as if we're like conspiracy theorists. We're talking to real people in the fucking real world, and these are their experiences, and this is just mine. And I can tell you, I'm hearing just weird stuff. People are changing like I can't even. The whole place is changing daily. I don't even know what's going on. Every day I go out, it's like, was that there before? It's really freaky, guys. So let's give you all a few shouts. Welcome you all. Let some people pile in. Please make sure to share this out because it's Wednesday. Flatterday is definitely going to be a fantastic ride. And I've got some stuff to show you then as well. So there'll be a presentation. Lots of other stuff happening as well. I linked up on the community page only yesterday a Telegram link that Luke, our webmaster, fixed up for me. The first one was broken. I put the second one in, and I'll read that now. See you now. And it works. People are chatting in there, but my phone's been going off constant. If I was to talk on that all day, that would be the end of Flat Earth British, because I would just be stuck in there all day. But for everybody to talk, I'm apparently a moderator, and I can just apparently do a group and invite everybody in, and everyone could talk amongst themselves. But the finer points of that have yet to be tweeted by thyself, if I'm honest. See, Emma, hiya, brother. Another fella I know had the jabs, and his stomach is fucked. Is that so? Yeah, stomach problems, definitely all sorts of weird stuff. I'll show you something a bit later on. I showed a week ago, but I included it in like a 3-hour vlog, so not many seen it, but I've seen it mirrored and put out there all over the internet. Like, this thing's gone viral. I found it, and I literally had it in my bookmarks for the last 5 years, and it just, like, I was scrolling through bookmarks and I was like, oh, I can't remember what that one was about. Clicked it and I was like, holy fuck. I'll show you that a bit later on concerning all of this that's going down with the old Jabberdy. Okay, now, long distance information calling Memphis, Tennessee. Flat for me. You bubbling? You having a good time? It's best to not take life too seriously, guys. Yeah, it's best to not get pissed off about anything. You know, if you feel like you're having a bad day or anything, don't. Just take the fuck off. Think, no, I'm going to put music on and go dance around my room. I know I'm feeling sorry for myself and I want to be miserable, but I'll kick that aside because that's what a lot of people do is, no, I'm going to be miserable. And I noticed, I was in a bit of a weird mood last week, but I noticed other people were, because Dolly Daydream, she said that she was in a weird mood as well last week. So it might have been just across the board. I don't really know. So Brennan, Bubble Tea Tuna, why are you so sweaty? Who's sweaty? No, man, I ain't sweaty. That's my natural glow, brother. Kelly, good to see you. My new favourite YouTuber, Martin Liedtke. Oh, goody gumdrops. I'm really happy about that. Jenny, thanks for all your help. Thanks for helping my Brian that doesn't seem to be able to do anything anymore. It's all right, killing it. There's loads going on, guys. You'll be very, very surprised at the juicy stuff that is coming to Flat Earth British think tank very, very soon. Okay, Stephen Watson, good to see you, my brethren. What's happening, boyo? Organs Vibe, that is I Have Fairies. Good to see you, sweetness. Chris Seaver, Noble. Doctor's talking about the orphan effect. Oh dear, that's awful. Kirsten Maloney, is John Levy your guest? Not today, unfortunately. May have to grab John if he ever finds the time. We would love him over here in the community. Wouldn't we? I know. So. Albert Billy, good to see Rosemary. He broke we with while you were swimming in Egypt. I'm still in the Nile. Well, it's best to not be in denial. It's best to face things face on and don't live in denial. That's what I find. Okay. Albert Billy, one love to you. The first one to take the jab in Canada just died. Costa Billy, good to see you. Wow. It's the Billy Nami. Dad Bonds says I am fairy, and Jack, who's in Derby. I have stomach cancer, and the jab would kill me. And not only that, if you had like allergies as well, I don't think people with allergic reactions would fare well or compromised immune systems. So yeah, loving vibes, brother. We are thinking about you. I knew that anyway. So you know, get that shit fucking clear, brother. Yeah, just know that's your body and know all is mind. Yeah, just get that fucking shit out. I fell off the edge of the flat earth and I'm back on a map. That's really, really silly, yeah. Okay, that's really silly. It's undefined, or we don't know anything about the environment that we actually live in. Okay, we're just trying to find out, like all new. And an edge might be, but can't really say it because people might believe it. And it's not really, you know, we don't know this for 100%, do we? Sonia's here, Queen Nothing Major in July. Don't do royals or anything. I don't think that's even a thing anymore, is it? Don't know. PCR testing is unreliable. No shit. I seen an interview with a guy who basically designed it, this test, and said, "Oh no, that don't work." Picks up viral markers for things like cancer and stuff. You can pick up flu markers and stuff, but no, not really. It doesn't work. So they shouldn't be really using it. Oi, oi, oi! From old Australia, Lydia. Good to see you, sweetness. How's the boat? What, my kayak? I haven't yet had a maiden voyage because it's really actually pretty shitty, the weather outside in Britain. So buckle in, guys. Now, if you was to watch Flat Earth British for the first time and you was to read the title for my vlog, Egyptian pharaohs, did he spell this wrong? What does he mean in America? What foolish talk is this man talking? Now, there is overwhelming evidence that this is the case, and I do think that this is the case. Okay, the amount of evidence I will show you now, I think, will sway your opinion on whether or not Egypt and the old world is in America. Okay, so yeah, like I said, so I think that it was destroyed beyond recognition, and they came to America, set up the Phoenician Empire, the culture that you see the remnants of today. But that got completely fucking devastated. It got melted, it got flooded, it got ruined. The whole of America just got smashed. Okay, just got smashed. In the quite recent past. Now, the remainders of said Phoenicians, if you think about like Cleopatra is apparently the last pharaoh of the dynasties of Rome. Apparently the Ptolemies reigned for 300 years supreme. She was the last of them, dies at the bite of an asp, which is a snake, apparently. Which all sounds like it might be an allegory for the real events that went down. Now, there is a narrative out there that Cleopatra took loads of boats and went off to Ireland and Europe and set up another culture and basically built everything again. So when you get New York and it's called New York, I think it's probably safe to presume that it's the other way around, and it's Old York, and the other one in Britain is the New York, and they just switched it around so no one would really twig. So, rebuilding Phoenicia out of the remnants of Erectataria, also in Europe, and the building of the remnants of the post-apocalyptic society you all enjoy today. The last froze off, by the way. So, that's what we're going to look at. You ready for that? Okay, and we have loads more juice besides, some beautiful stuff to look at, and loads of mind melting. Okay, Little Egypt in Illinois, is that so? Well, there you go. There's another one. Well, I've got a few for you to look at right now, but there are many more. So thank you for the kind words, says Theo. That's nice. That's nice. And Q Essence is here. Good to see you, lovely. Masculine. Perfectly imperfect. I like that name. Crypto newbie. Ye oldie Jabberdy. It's like gravity, Jabberdy. Sir Dragon Fruit. Who's starting to twirl? Who's starting to draw? Kind of dummy. Good to see you, kind of dummy. Room Beamage. I needed an MRI yesterday and they didn't ask me. They want them all to go in for a third now. Third jabbage. Fucking utter insanity. And somebody was just saying now trees are like, you know, about football and all of that. It's just like, what? 100 million for a player? How many people could that save that are starving? What foolishness, yeah? Or people clapping like seals while somebody kicks a ball around the field. This is totally stupid. I don't know what I'm missing here. If it's just me. So, Detroit. Oh, I'm not so sure, Anthony, but it's all part of it. Now, what about Tartaria being America? Do we ever get any tantalizing proof or evidence to support that Tartaria was, in fact, at some stage in the past, America? Have we? Oh, yeah, we have. I'm going to show you some now. Good ching. And other stuff. CMI Lizard, good to see you. Roberta Colladian. Good to see you. Cavalocious, good to see you. Space Monkey. Yeah, it's totally ridiculous, Space Monkey. It's fucking stupid. Well, I used to love football as a kid, you know. It was, my life was football because that was Britain, wasn't it? And I went for years being a Cardiff City fan. I was in the Cardiff City crew. Okay, used to go to all of their fights. Stick the jabber up your shatter, says David Jones. Good advice, but not really. Not really. If you think about that in details, that's not good advice at all. Not really. Alex, who's pushing Castle, good to see you. Energy Shots, Little Wing, one of my favourite Hendrix songs. Glyphage is here. Good to see you, Glyph. So I hope you're all buzzing. I hope you're all enjoying yourself. As you can see, we're going to have some jolly good fun. Okay, I'm going to be going live soon aboard the International Space Station. Are you looking forward to that? Yeah, I know. It's going to be fabulous. Oh, we're having such fun, aren't we? Paul Owen and Birdie, my brother Colin is here. Lance is here. And Call 40. Share a link like that. Daily Donkey is here. So, Angela Baby Carson here as well. Anna Valdez, thank you for all the pictures. Elvis sang. It's got to be a clue of Graceland as well, you know, the whole thing. And then you get the album with I'm going to Graceland, Memphis, Tennessee with Paul Simon, you know. And I always wonder, you know, why he's paying his pilgrimage to this place. And I really keep thinking that there's more going on. And when I show you now, I think you'll agree that there definitely is. And I'm sure you Americans who know this place will show me more clues. But I'll give you what I got, okay? Outside of what I suggested earlier, which are old narratives. This is all newy stuff. My stuff. Ace, good to see you. Nia, Rosemary. Okay. Now, let's keep you all waiting. Not for any further ado. That was going to be an Egyptian field. You feeling all Egyptian-y? Look at that. I go all pixelated with it. That's really cool. Cool. So, yeah. Walk like an Egyptian. Da, 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 da. You got to do that in your room. Or a sand dance. Got to feel good about things. And we're going to get underway. You doing that? Fucking epic. Flat thumb it up. Have a good time with Martin on a Wednesday. Memphis Bleak. Okay, well, there's many clues to basically all of the Bible stories. And I've got some literature I can show you now, which is really mind-blowing. Outside of the Light of the New Pyramid, Book of the Damned, Sacred Archaeology, and all of these famous books, or not famous, but well-known books we presented on Flat Earth British, which have proposed more or less the same, and the book about Noah as well, which I proposed, of all the flood goings down in America, which we'll look at the evidence for. So you ready? Okay, 564. Make sure to share this out on a Wednesday night. Get some peeps over, spread the love. Make sure to join chat and just chat away in this epically weird times, which is in fact the end times. Fucking epic. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. And that's like literally. Well, I'm enjoying myself anyway. I think it's the greatest reset now because we're on it, isn't it? Yeah, it would have been really boring reset if we wouldn't have been Flat Earth British think tank. You can imagine how shit it would have been if Flat Earth British think tank hadn't been around. It would have been crap. So I'm going to share screen. Enjoy your ride, enjoy your journey, and we're going to have some humour later on, but it will be in an Egyptian flavour, okay, and much more stuff besides. So enjoy the show. So, over the years, there's been narratives out there, although Smithsonian Institute, who basically tell you that there's dinosaurs and they may have one locked in their cellar somewhere and it's probably the only one in existence. But apart from that, the Smithsonian have said that this is something to do with disinformation, that there has been Egypt remains and remains of an ancient civilization, okay, in the Grand Canyon, which we have proposed many times on Flat Earth British, is we think is the remnants of a very, very big plasma discharge event. You know, the scale of the ruination of this place, you know, you can't fathom in your imagination, you know, the strength of this, you know, interdimensional, whatever it is, technology, yeah, that they've got that is so fantastic, you know. So yeah, there's underground Egyptian cities, you've got temples, and these mummies here that are found in the Grand Canyon, apparently, okay. Now, I can't be there to verify this, or this vaulting system that they say is in a cave in the Grand Canyon, and it's a fair bit of evidence, although Smithsonian in the wiki links will disprove that. Now, get back to that in a minute. Now, this book is fantastic, American Antiquities, 1834, by Josiah Priest. Now, I've looked at it before and I've read through it a couple of times. It's a big, big read, and what it is an overwhelming case for what I am about to propose, that the New World, okay, is in fact the Old World. Columbus is nothing more than a psyop, and the Phoenicians and other people we might recognize were there first. So yeah, this is just in the introduction. There's so many clues, but I'll give you an idea of what this book is about. So as it respects some of the ancient nations who may have found their way hither, we see that strong probability that not only the Asiatic nations very soon after the flood, so after the flood, but that also along the different eras of time, different races of men. So that includes Polynesians, Malays, Australasians, Phoenicians, Egyptians, Greeks, Romans, Israelites, Tartars, Scandinavians, Danes, Norwegians, and the Welsh and the Scots have colonized different parts of the continent. Now, so they're telling us that just after Noah's flood, okay, the Polynesians, the Phoenicians, the Egyptians were occupying North America. Okay, we've also attempted to show that America was peopled before the flood, that it is the country of Noah and the place where the ark was erected. An highly interesting subject of American antiquities. We are inclined to believe is just commencing to be developed, and the immensity of the country yet beyond the settlements of man towards the Pacific is yet to be explored or cultivated, when other evidences are wider spread will come to view, avoiding perhaps some definite conclusion. So yeah, this is just like, because the rest is probably underwater out west at this period of 1834. I think there was a devastating event around 1811 in the New Missouri event. Stop there. So the reason they think that Egypt, you know, in some narratives is in this region of America is because it's on two famous rivers, the Mississippi and the Missouri, instead of the Tigris and Euphrates, which are renamed after rivers that are actually situated in the Hyperborean originally. So it goes on, this book, into endless evidence to support that the events of Noah, the flood, the Phoenicians, and even the Tatarians occupied America post-flood. And before the flood, who was there? Well, I'll tell you who it wasn't, was the current North American Indians. Okay, I think they come sometime later. Okay, because the originals, they could have been the Tatars, just thrown back, gone to the wilderness, living in the countryside, going back to holistic ways, out of their giant cities, actually missing a generation because of the apocalypse, going back to the giant cities. And when the white man came, apparently, you know, exploring far out east, when the places like, you know, less water about, they would interview, as I've shown you on many narratives, indigenous populations, and they say, who built all of this architecture and these obelisks? Oh, this was here when we got here. And we often hear this narrative, the same sort of narrative for the Aborigines in Australia as well. This shit was here when we got here. Okay, so there's a strong possibility the Romans and Carthaginians, about 300 years before Christ, were well acquainted with the existence of the country, obtained by these early navigators. So one of the navigators, I would say, would be Hiram Abiff, the famous admiral and Phoenician. Votan and Carthaginians, hence, we have argued that the various parts of this work are tokens of the presence of Greeks, Romans, Persians, Carthaginians appear in most parts of the continent. Okay, so let's just forget the original idea of the colonials coming in and building all of this architecture. Just forget that, because that's never happened. Okay, post-apocalypse, post-flood, these are the peoples that we're here, and that includes the Tartars. Okay, I know, ka-ching. So, like I said, there's many evidence to this this civilization is supposed to be loitering around. Now, I seen a video maybe 5 years ago where there was a guy and he was abseiling up the face in this giant gorge, which I don't think for a second the Colorado River has managed to, you know, etch out this deep, deep canyon. Okay, you know, even with their geological record, it just seems farcical. And if that was the case, why isn't that the case to say the River Thames or other rivers have gouged away giant valleys, etc.? Pharaohs, thank you. Melage, I could see you. So yeah, Smithsonian Institute claimed that there was disinformation. So, you know, as soon as the Smithsonian say different disinformation, in my Brian, I say, oh, it's true then. So yeah, they had an abseiler going down, and he went into a cave, and I seen all, like, you know, tool marks and all sorts. And that was a video that I can remember, and that happened. So it's like, yeah, okay, then caves are definitely there. So what if, yeah, that this was an entire civilization we're looking at here now, guys? These are the remnants, mud-flooded, apocalypse by a great plasma discharge event, a bolt of lightning like you can't imagine, ripping the face of the earth like this. Do you think that's not possible? Well, Manuel Veloskovsky thinks it's very, very possible in his narratives, and also in Homer's Iliad, Odyssey. Very, very possible for the plasma discharge to be on that scale. So yeah, hieroglyphics on the stones in Australia as well. So the Egyptians as well. So this great civilization of the Phoenicians, as we explained, came in after the flood. They've taken over the world, and I highly suspect there's a good chance that the indigenous populations were darker and more Tatarian, is what I think. So I'm not going to play that video, because I don't know who it is or what it is. So yeah, there's a lot of narratives out there, as I've explained. But what about this? So Let's just imagine America again as, or this region of the Grand Canyon being completely wiped out by an apocalypse. Now, why is it that the Americans, when they discovered these places, why did they name it all after Egyptian places or places to do with the Phoenician world? This place is Cheops Pyramid, right? Also in the Grand Canyon, they have the Buddhist temple, which is basically looks like it's got a wall underneath and it looks like it's a melted temple. Yeah, I know. The Egyptian pharaoh Cheops, and then there's Khufu. But check this out. So in the area or part of the Grand Canyon, this one here is called the Pyramid of Cheops. How do you know? It's not a pyramid. And look at all of that mud up the side of it. And it looks like something melted to me. Check out the rest of this topography. Not only that, what about this? There's the Buddhist temple. And not only the Buddhist temple, this stacks more. Check this out. It's literally a temple. And look at these. These are like walls, guys. And this sheer face. And, you know, their geological topography is just nonsense. Okay, guys? This is layer of what looks like old civilization battered through plasma discharge, then ripped to absolute shreds and melted. Check a look at this one. Just go back. There's the Zoroaster temple, which we're going to look at in a minute. The Manu temple. So we're like 3 pyramids all in one go, and they're at a high elevation as well. Check these out. Manu temple in the Grand Canyon, and they literally look like 3 pyramids, like melted. Look at that acute angle there, and look at the flatness of that there. Look at that edge there. I'm sure we've got a right angle there as well. And the tops of what look like, you know, this could have been ground level at some stage, who even knows, but they look like pyramids to me, guys. They really, really do. Okay, there's more of them. Check this one. Okay, Zoroaster temple. Okay, is another one. Check this one out. This is quite mind-blowing. So again, the same sort of thing going on with the lines, which are like walls layered on top. And look at this. It's ever decreasing like you get with a pyramid. And that's too much of an apex to be non-artificial, don't you think? That just has to be man-made, wouldn't you say? How can like natural forces carve out the something with such lovely edges like a pyramid? Huh? What do you think, guys? What do you think? SEK, thank you for that. Much love, my brother. 576 you watching. Can you share this out, please? So, yeah, there's other ones too. Just Brahma's temple. Let's have a look at Brahma's temple. And they're incredible elevation as well. Also in the Grand Canyon. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that one. But again, like pyramids, like peaks, all melted. And with the names of things in Egypt. Is that a quinky dink? This is really weird as well. I was reading this here, first assessment of the summit, blah, blah, blah. But it says here that the Brahma temple is located in a cold, semi-arid climate zone. Well, Colorado. Cold. I always thought it was hot, but, you know, what do I know? So, there's the primaries about the geology of the canyon. It's made from limestone, which is calcite eventually it's turned into limestone. And they're going in impossible timescales like 265 million years ago. Whatever. Also, with one narrative of Noah, we went through the story of Isis as an actual physical character who they were all knew one another and was a giant. And all of this story of Isis and a brother and all of that narrative was all in that book of Isis, the book of Noah that we read a few months ago on this channel. So yeah, also the Isis temple, Grand Canyon, Arizona. I thought it was in Colorado. The river Colorado goes through it though. Again, look, maybe it goes through 2 states. I know not. Okay, so there is the stats there. And it goes all the way across the border, it looks like, as well. Certainly the Colorado River. I know one of my subs said they live a hop, skip, and a jump from this place. So Grand Canyon Village. That looks quite interesting. Phantom Rock. Also phantom about that. So yeah, no coinky-dink that a load of stuff in a place that we suspect has been devastated by plasma discharge event has the name of all of the things that you would expect to find in Egypt. So what towns in America have you got that sound like they might be from Egypt? US cities. Well, obviously you've got Memphis, Tennessee, maybe. And the Mississippi is a bit of an enigma, but they say it's the famous Egyptian location because they were both on the banks of the famous river, the Nile and the Mississippi. So there's a Nile and a Mississippi. So is that a coincidence? Why are American cities named after Egyptian cities? Because Egyptian explorers ever sailed their boats to the US. No, since it's not like Egyptian explorers ever sailed their boats to the US, but that's contrary to what I just read. But you don't go and dig into the archives and find old books, do you? No, just cover up. Yes, obviously. City of Memphis is purely romantic. Oh, is it? No, whatever. That sounds bullshit. Sounds bullshit as American city fires. Yeah, knocked over a bottle of milk and lit a candle over and the entire city burnt down. Yeah. So yeah, there are a shit ton of places in America with Phoenician names like Indianapolis. Anything with polis on the end is Phoenician, and it's just a load of Egyptian names. Also in the Bible, Noah, he lands his ark, which he just said was built in America, on top of Ararat. Well, I don't think it's Ararat in the Holy Land, because that's under contention anyway. Which Ararat is it? I think there's a few contenders. But what about this Mount Ararat, Pennsylvania? Yeah, that could be the one, couldn't it? No, I know, it's just a coinky-dink, isn't it? Why there's an Ararat as well in the location and all of this, what I just explained to you. This is in the Appalachians, by the way. Yeah, I know. Who even knew? So let's have a little think before I go on. So this was apparently in a cave found in the Grand Canyon. As I said, I smell a rat, says Mel. I can't verify this stuff, but I did see a video years ago with a guy in these caves, okay? And, I seen him go, he was in the Grand Canyon and he went in through the entrance, so I can say that that's real, okay? So, Phoenician art. So I was thinking about Cleopatra, I was thinking about this culture that we look at in these divine Renaissance portraits, pictures, and pre-Raphaelites, which I'm a fan of. I'll show you this very plush classical world of baths and drapes, fine fabrics, and this is all in America. This is all in America, in my Brian. I've proposed an old depiction book of Old America 1500, which shows they are all worshipping really strange Phoenician idols in America at that period. So this is a very pale looking Cleopatra, because she's been bit on the ass. No, she was bit by an asp. That was right. Shit. So yeah, you got Caesar, who is C, Sir, or Caesar, Czar of the Sea. And you have the story of the other Roman who came into God, what was his name? I can't remember. Mental block. Antony. So the Roman Antony, yeah. So I think all of this is definitely in my Brian in America. These pyramids. Now think about like Las Vegas. Maybe it was there originally and it got wiped out in some events, because there's loads of remnants around that place in Nevada and Reno area I've looked at, guys, and the grid systems there for circuit board, grid earth in that area. So I was thinking like, well, do you know when they like in Las Vegas build a Paris and they build an Egypt? The elites just showing us that they rebuilt all of their civilization and copied it here on our plane. I think it's the case. I think they're copying probably thrice, like they built it and then built it twice because of destruction, because of the controlled masses that they took over. You know, the excuse me, the Hathor on the side of an American building. It's like a palace. Oh no, that's Palace de Coeur. Oh, that would be France. But still, the heavy Egyptian influence, the Masons, the secrets of the Freemasons are all to do with Egypt. And I've covered in my book as well the stupidity of the Rosetta Stone, which basically Napoleon sent out one of his soldiers to find a stone with languages on there so they could decipher these hieroglyphics and find out exactly what they mean, which he apparently did. A soldier came back and said, "Oh, I found this stone with, Aramaic and Greek and Hebrew, and we can find out now what these hieroglyphics at last say." No other source, no corroboration whatsoever, and they went with that. See, that's not enough for me, and that's not science. So yeah, you see these mummies and these strange Phoenician deities and these idols here, these small ones, all over antiquity, which we've looked at. But this guy, for some reason, he's going into a mummy's coffin. Maybe he's a vampire. He's just going dark at night. And all of these civilizations, they'll fall, they say. The Carthaginian Empire, which was Phoenicia, just fall in an apocalyptic way, which I think is America. And this thing here, I think is a clue. Anything that the social engineers give us, we should just spit on the floor and say, that's lies. And I think the narrative for Howard Carter and Tutankhamen is way, way, way too covered and fanciful. Oh, what wondrous things. No, it isn't. It's a load of shit all piled up against a wall. Who are you trying to con? And that rope that they show you, that's, tying Tutankhamun's tomb after all of them thousands of years since the Bronze Age. Whatever. I think, the narrative of, Lord Carnarvon pouring up the money and cursed by the mummy, and the mummy his dog died when the dog howled to death, the haunting of this mummy, and the strange death of Lord Carnarvon, who put up the money for Howard Carter's expedition to find Tutankhamun's tomb, which they very conveniently nailed, by the way. That was a really lucky shot in the Valley of the Kings, I must say. It was a very, very, very lucky shot. Now, said mummy then ends up on the Titanic. Yes, that's right. There was a cursed mummy on the Titanic, as well as all the elites. Quinky dink? That's what they're telling us. I think it's likely that the narrative to fix Egypt, or the dynasties of the pharaohs, to positively put them in Egypt, was the narrative for Tutankhamun. There's not really that many more that you can think of, except for Nefertiti's head in the Berlin Museum. Not that many, guys, not really. But this one they go with as hard evidence, like they do with the Rosetta Stone. I think this is a psyop. I think this is to get you to stop thinking about America as the real place of Egypt and the real home of the Phoenicians, out of the water after an apocalypse, taking over, hijacking the society. And the elites of Europe were more, and North Africa and Africa were more inclined like this. They were the royal families and the royal houses of Europe. And this is in the year I don't know, whatever. So yeah, they adopted Western or Phoenician clothes and habits as well in this period, whatever that is, I guess 1500s. And you see it a lot that they were happy to, were there even any tribal people at this period? The whole of Africa, like in the background, is green. These people are not in clothes for a hot savanna-y country anyway. So, they're in thick silks and all that. I'm wondering if the climate was a lot different as we proposed. And did North Africa get completely wiped out in an apocalypse? I think so. It's not dust, isn't it? So yeah, it was a completely different story. Everything's really upside down. And the slavery of humanity, that seems to be still ongoing, isn't it? slavery from definitely with this takeover of Phoenicia and Tartaria, and it never goes away, and I think it's probably worse than ever. Yeah, I bought 2 mail order whites, but basically I sent them back, asked my money back. That's not actually true. So yeah, this is a pot found in North Africa of this culture, apparently. It's fried brass work, bronze work, excuse me. And in her heyday, apparently, Cleopatra, they say she was beautiful, etc. But, you know, I'm waiting to find some evidence of this is going to be the case. Got a couple of albums. So that's supposed to be Cleopatra. You can see the laurel leaves of control. Looks like... you know, she could do with a shave, etc. But, you know, they get a little bit hairy down in the Mediterranean. It's all the olive oil. So, yeah, and as you can see, it's the Egyptians. But I think it was a high technological society for sure. And there they are, the Egyptians, probably in America, not in Egypt, because all that was probably still underwater. Having a nice little game of chess. I don't know what this thing is, this coil here, with feathers around it. Could be organized technology. I'm not sure if that is chess, but it's definitely a cool game. Looks like it could be drafts. So same sort of games. But when I walked in the forum in Rome, there was chiseled into the concrete on the floor was drafts and chess boards. And I was like, what? And backgammon? Fucking backgammon in ancient Rome, I was thinking. Christ, are you sure about that? And some dealings going down, bringing some stuff into a pharaoh at the time. And just imagine this happening everywhere in America. And these are images. I've proposed these and showed these before, and they're lifelike paintings of what these Egyptians are supposed to have looked like. I'm guessing she's rather pale for such a hot country. Not him so much. He looks a bit more Mediterranean. But America gets rather hot, doesn't it? And they had some strange, you know, religions from what we make out from the Confucius, etc., and what went on in their certain temples and their practices. Is he in water there? Yep. There's more of the Phoenician theme coming out of water. And the gathering of crops. That may be ahead of the apocalypse, because in the Santorini event, which was an apocalypse that exploded the island of Crete, destroying the Minoan Empire, which I have proposed and spoke about in my latest book around 1500s, then they would have sent up immense clouds, plumes, and they have been cited for the biblical plagues of old Egypt, or the New Egypt. Okay? Because this is all in America. Look at this going down. This is supposed to be, you know, the classical world, and yet everyone's in Middle Ages clothes still with the Romans. Now the Romans, they say, come out sometime later than the periods of Noah, etc. But they look exactly the same as the Trojans or any knighted, helmeted dudes out of antiquity. They've got shields, swords, and breastplates and helmets. They all look the same to me. So there she is, getting bit on the chest by an asp. So is that Cleopatra? Fried eggs. And there you are. Oh, I think I'm going to die. But they don't go into details, do too much details of why she killed herself. Yeah. I think that's a Masonic symbol there, and she's pointing at said nipple at said scar. So that's weird. She's got a crown on, but she's got a turban. She's white, blonde hair, feathers, feather. So she knows about ether tech. Phoenician because she's showing her breasts. Blonde. What? And apparently originally an African princess. Cleopatra, or Queen Cleopatra, becomes a pharaoh. And yet the Renaissance art sets him in as a white European or American. Again, with the Phoenicians coming out of the water, taking the classical world with dance, song, vibration, and their tempting things of alcohol, mead, opium, and whatever else they brought with them. The trade, they traded and they tempted, and they wormed their way in, and they managed to take over an entire civilization through their weakness and greed, which they knew that they had. Excuse me, that's more of Cleopatra. And Cleopatra just sits there watching slaves being carried away. America. America, America is Egypt all along. So, maps. Let's find some clues in maps. Now, what you find, this is from 1623 to 1688, this cartographer. So, I guess in the mapping is somewhere between there. So, we'll go for the mid-1600s, okay? So, what you find is the Chinese maps are completely different from what you find with the European maps. There are some similarities, but not really for this period, this exact same period. So let's have a look at what the maps show us of the Americas and the world through Chinese cartographers, because they got a different thing going down. So you get the top of this projection, and as you can see, America, I'm not sure, it's got Hudson Bay. It's just a blob. It's Hudson Bay. Nova Scotia's there, Baffin Islands, Greenland's looking massive. But you do get lands in the north. Hyperborean on a Chinese map from 1600s. Like it's still there. Is it there? Is it there today? But again, you get these Phoenician whales, exactly the same. Exactly the same as what you get with the Western maps. Exactly the same, like they are a thing. So let's flick through and have a look at some of these projections, because they are rather juicy. Excuse me. So we get the yellow bit, which on most maps is Tartaria, but I've seen Tartarian maps come in as far as Britain. They have Tartan in Scotland because of the Tartars. And these are the rivers of Euphrates and Tigris, Piso, and these rivers going into the Hyperborean, where there is definitely probably a large magnetic mountain in the center. So I've been looking into Orkneys as well. I'm looking into a civilization called Scapa Flow, but I was going to, Scapa Flow's up there, excuse me. Skara Brae. I was looking into Skara Brae. I was going to show it to you, but I'll do that on the weekend. Fantastic little site, all below ground level. So here we get the Americas, mid-1600s. Let's see what it shows us. So you get this large landmass on the bottom, which they say is, I guess, Antarctica, but it comes all the way up to the equator. So what? Antarctica subtropical? Well, this island, yeah, what would that be? Again with the whales. So the Amazon's coming in this, well, it does come in this way, but I have a strange projection. Okay, let's have a look at the Americas. So is that the Great Lakes? Just one big blob. Again, with Island California on a Chinese map. So I think it's safe to presume that after an event like the Oregon mud flood, that all of that got connected back up again in recent times, in recent history. So look at the size of that place. So this has to be Australia. So I had a dream last night or this morning. I was standing on a beach near a giant, really big television mast, saying to whoever was next to me, I think it might have been my mother, I can't remember, but I was saying, so there's nothing out as far now as Antarctica. So I must have been standing on like the southern coast of Australia or Taz or something in the dream. I don't know. But yeah, that was in the dream. So I'm dreaming about this stuff. Isn't that weird? Maybe my dreams are trying to tell me something when I fall awake. Yeah? When I fall awake. To the real world. So let's have a look at America. It's connected to the Hyperborean. That definitely could still be there. And these could be, like we suggested, these floating islands affairs. So one suggestion that we've been talking about is the land. Is it just mining spoil? Is it being all dug out and taken off this pond to build other places like they do in Dubai? Or could it be that after there was a giant event, all of the ash, all of the mud, all of the bits of trillions of people all settled down again and made land. Could we be in the debris or walking on the debris of just the apocalypses before us? Right, let's have a look at the European equivalents. So this is the latest American maps, America, Peru, beasts, etc. Fabulous little map. Looks like it's made on silver plate. Some of them are. And again with Highland, California, one giant lake there instead of the 5. Just have a little mag in, see what we can find. So yeah, some of these give you fantastic clues to Phoenicia or Egypt in the names, titles of the southern places as well. And the French have had an influence, but they are so Phoenician, it's hard to even imagine. What I find, somebody posted this morning, Jake, Flat Earth Arsehole, posted this morning, how fucking unbelievably suckholy and people can be, especially like the Asians seem to be like really, you know, loving the man. I had like literally a friend say to me the other day, I said, why did you get jabbed? And he said, because I trust my government. I said, you have to be the only person in the world that said that, ever. You don't trust your government. They're murdering psychopaths. They literally sign orders to have bombs dropped on people and you trust them. Get a life. So yeah, I wasn't impressed with that. But yeah, obviously you can't trust governments. Obviously they've all come unstuck. So yeah, good info in this and pictures of Old World America. I will share this book and everything in the descriptions box below. But what you find is the existence of an older world. But this is all in English as well, okay, guys? So it's the most accurate description. From what era? 1671. So pretty much the map we were just looking at, which is not far off the map the Chinese are showing us. And all of these places here, let's have a look. So we posted a book about the Phoenicians in Haiti, Haisha, Phoenicia. And so they occupied the Caribbean and all of these places. The Mesoamericans, 100% the Phoenicians, no doubt about it whatsoever. A lot of Julius's here. Julius there. Laurel, like laurel leaf. Just everything connected with the Phoenicians in this place. Names of authors. So, moving on. So this is fantastic. I can also share this to you. And I've dug up some old photographs of Egypt and Nubia, or the New Egypt. So what I'm suggesting is America is the old Egypt. It gets wiped out beyond recognition by melt, plasma discharge event. They go to the remnants of Europe, replicate the society that has already been destroyed in North Africa, Europe, etc. Okay, from whatever's left there as well after an apocalypse, and that in turn also gets taken out in an apocalypse, taking out the secondary classical world. This place is full of mud up there. Look, can you see it? It's not sand, it's mud. And look at all of this. It's bricklets. Like something's been completely destroyed there. And if you look on Google Earth and say, oh, I don't know, Karnak, the biggest Disney place on Earth. It's nothing like the original photographs of the 1800s. It's just deep in mud. And they come along, they tart it up for the public. And they do it with all Egypt. You know, Hawis, Professor Hawis, he's not really a big fan of mine, but he is aware of Flat Earth British Crew. And he's been done for corruption, and he's a dodgy, flaky person. I hope he watches this. He'd be really annoyed by this post. How absurd! How could you say such things? America, Egypt, you madman! So let's have a look at this. So this civilization's definitely been mud flooded and zapped, I would say. Nice big chunky stone. There's hieroglyphics all over it. And there's a bloke there. Ooh, sneezy. Let's give you some sort of perspective. Oh, sneezy. But it's been zapped, hasn't it? What the official narrative is, oh, thousands of years has gone by. Well, again, if you, I know loads of you have read my new book, I do chapters on entropy. And the fact that like all of this shit is weighed down, blown away over time, I'm sorry, but I don't think it's going to be there, you know, since so-called Bronze Age, thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago. This stuff is the survivors of Atlantis, if you want to call it that, or the original America, which got destroyed in Noah's flood. Britain was under, much of Europe was underwater too. You know, we got the narratives at the same time, the Rome being destroyed and the noble city of Rome being destroyed, all of Holland underwater, up as far as Germany, and large parts of Europe underwater, in the official narratives as well, and from what I found in old documents. So look at this. This is a Hathor temple, completely smashed and ruined, and just out of the sand, out of the dust. How do I know this is dust? Because you have dust storms. They don't call them, they do call them sandstorms, but not here in Sahara. They call them dust storms. And the Phoenician lions, same. So that would have been a vast entrance. You'd have walked through there and into that door, which is now under mud. Wow. So the Egypt night. I'm feeling very Egypty. Feel like doing a sand dance. Might do a sand dance. So let's have a look at the Egyptians. And look what they got there. The Phoenician lion. And the ram's head. And the scarab beetle. You know, the scarab we think is a clue to maglev technology. You know, scarabs got this stuff on their wings that if you collect it up, like millions of it, you can like fly with scarab wing stuff. So here's a temple here. Let's have a look at this one. So there's schematics for it in a blueprint that somebody's come along later. Is there any more pictures that we can look at? Oh, I think there might be. Yeah, there's a few there. No, there's not. So I'll link that up to you anyway. There's not too many pictures in there, but that's all right. We've got more coming up right now. So these are fantastic. Also share with you. Same sort of thing, but we're going further east now. And the next part of this post, we're going to be looking at Persia. I got someone in my Facebook in Persia, in Tehran. Bastion, Persia. Yeah, I think that's really epic. Somebody was born in 1965, a little bit older than myself, but knows our shit and really loves it, guys. Yeah, and I'm really like sort of stoked and loving the fact that people like me in Iran, yeah, or in the Muslim world. I'm very popular. You know, in these places. So I think that's really cool. And we always look at their stuff and treat their stuff with respect and dignity, which you should do. So this is Balbeck, a place which would be amazing to visit. Yeah, apparently built by Cain, who was a giant, and his wife. And this thing is absolutely fantastic, but only rediscovered in more recent times. So yeah, in one narrative I was looking at last night as well, it talked in this book that you can read yourself, we started with, concerning the taking back all of the wealths of wherever they take via Tyre, the Phoenician city, and then onto Babylon, which is Balbeck, which is here. So Babylon was up and running, this place, you know, more recent than we think, and also suffered a terrible cataclysm. It must have been completely devastating to shift any rocks the size of a school bus, because these are massive. Something fitted in there, look. And some of the, you know, there's narratives out there that the platform of Balbeck is used for, like, you know, ancient aliens and stuff. You know, there's all sorts of narratives about this impossibly big architecture of Balbeck. But this temple must have been fantastically big just for that one side. Fantastically big. So, we're moving on. So yeah, we'll have a little look at Persia. I'm going to come back for a second in a minute, catch up with you guys, see what's going on. The size of these places inside. What's the floor made out of? It's a carpet. Looks a bit messy, the floor, but again, really, really high. And they have these things, these wires coming down. Some of them with light, some of them with incense. But what's that? Is that speakers? What's that? I don't know what that is. Right, okay. But that beautiful decoration, you know, they just really decorate well, the Persians out east. Excuse me, that's the Damascus or the Damas Mosque. Domestos. Kills all known germs. Dead. So, excuse me, that reload. So how many we got? 707 watching on a beautiful Wednesday night, sometime in the middle of a pandemic. Wait. So is this going to load? Indeed it is. Okay, let's move on. Sometimes these Gallagher's glitch. Let's have a little look-see. Further east, Damascus. What's going on here? Some of the stuff is missing. Plaques are missing. I don't know what that tower would be. Oh, it's just a retaining tower. Right, let's have a look at this. So this is the belfry. It's got landing platforms for balloons. Or in fact, you could call to prayer from them. But why would you need so many in different levels? You've got a ladder going up there and a load of stuff to keep pigeons off, maybe. Antiquity of some sort to gather the charge. So yeah, some exciting stuff happening in the community. Myself are involved in. I got involved in something that's coming up soon with Wood and Nichols, and there's something exciting coming up with other YouTubers like Autodidactic. There's a new series coming up where I will be providing a little bit of a video towards that. And if you've just joined late, Flatterday this week, I'll be doing my normal little presentation each. Okay, getting the atmosphere going throughout Flatterday, and then we're going to have a visit of the very, very epic, okay, legendary YouTuber and truther, Russian Vids. So Russian Vids is going to come over and he's going to tell all us flat earth British peeps some stuff. We can show him some stuff and we can all have a fantastic night. How's about that? Do you like that, guys? I think it's fucking brilliant. What's that? Guttering. This is a really nice picture. Why do they bar the windows, though? There's something more going on. No water in the font. It's not working, is it? And these ladies dressed in black. 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 Because they're in mourning. Mourning? What are you mourning? Damus? Let's have a look at this building. Oh, this is nice. Look at this one. Again with the fezzes. Look at these people. Oh, they're lovely. See? Beautiful people. Look. Wow, they are too. That is really, really lovely. And look at the decoration. Can you imagine living in a house like this? Who'd live in a house like this? Wow. Just so much attention to detail. Little paintings. Oh, I love it. Yeah, it's a different feel to that one. And they don't even look like they're particularly like really wealthy or elite, do they? That's just like somebody's lovely home. So some sea. Okay. We don't want any voltage. Some shakes. Let's have a look at this. See what it shows us. Any cluage. Excuse me. Okay, we got a city wall of Jerusalem. And doesn't seem too much going on at this period. Doesn't seem the massive city that you think at this period. City wall. You got this deep escarpment as well down the side of it in Jerusalem. That is Jerusalem, isn't it? looks like, because that looks like Table Mount. It is Table Mount. Okay. It's funny that, isn't it? It's just all mud up to that wall. And the city is supposed to be a capital for two nations. Halfsies. And we have halvesies on a capital. And they don't even talk to one another. Oh, yeah, it is Jerusalem. Use these tombs. Let's have a look at that. Oh, whoa. Is this Russia? That's Jerusalem. And look at this Antiqua thing going down. I've never seen this before. Whoa. And they got like a giant stack of pots as well. They hire and people to go through. They say there's thousands of years of just pots being chucked away. Look at this thing. So you got an upside down trumpet roof into a tower. It's completely mud flooded on the one side. Why would they do that? Okay, this building. So they're caves as well. So yeah, could these be bug outs for an apocalypse, or could they be the case that people were just living in them and they were the facades of buildings that have been covered over with mud since? Because that looks like a Greco-Romano temple, and why would you build that at the side of a cliff? Yeah? Think about it. There's obviously a way in up there. So what about all these stones? Somebody's taken the time to lay all these out, haven't they? Oh, wow, I wonder what the story behind all these are. Somebody's definitely made a effort. And there's the top of that. I've seen this before. So they've cut all this out, and then you've got the top of a pyramid and the top of a tower. How deep would that go, I wonder? And look at all the debris from where it's been all ruined. It's a mess, isn't it? You're going to find this with all of these places in the Middle East. They're all just a bloody mess. Okay, let's move on. Now, I think this is Table Mount. It is. It's overgrown, isn't it? In fact, it looks blooming old and ruined a bit. So, also a bit smashed up here. Right, this is Table Mount. It's not kept. Why isn't it kept? What's the doors in the dome? Antiqua tech on the dome. Cooler windows. Shrubbery all over the front. Nobody's been touching this for time. What? What's going on? Why would the most important, church in antiquity be left to ruin? This is the dome of the rock, and it's just left like no one's been there. Am I wrong, guys? Look at it. It's ruined. There's no upkeep. It's like they've come in and it's just like apocalypse. It's just ruined. Look at it. No one's been there for time, have they, guys? Well, that's not a fixing with official narrative, is it? For a Dome of the Rock, it's completely messed up. 1800s, all grown over. I've got a picture of this place full of mud as well. It's got a little bunko booth next. What's that? There's just no one around. Where's the populace? Come on. This is famous. This is the most contested thing. They're going to end the world because of this. If they fulfill biblical prophecy concerning this building, everybody dies. Why is it left to rack and ruin with such fame? Oh, I don't know. It's a mystery. It's a mystery. Okay. Don't do that, mate. Okay, we're moving on. Sorry, I just got people messaging me when I'm live. It's really difficult to do that. Talk to people. Don't message me in Facebook. I turned it off now anyway. So anyway, we're moving on. So I'm going to share them to you. They're a rather funky book of photographs from antiquity. Now, more. Now, we looked at these the other day, but I found another photograph, and now it's really bugging me. Now, we've solved the mystery of the Arc de Triomphe being another Arc de Triomphe, which is down the other end of the Champs-Elysees, but they don't talk about that very much. But we looked on a last post or post before, wondering, are these people really big? Or is the Eiffel Tower that was with the Antiqua text still on it? Look, yeah. Is it really small? Because it looks relatively close here, and it doesn't look like it's really, really far away at all, does it? So it's a perspective thing. But then you get in the modern day, and the thing is a colossus, and the people are like tiny little ants underneath it. Huh? Okay. Well, maybe it's a little bit further away. This is the second one, the replacement one, or the one from another realm. And then you get this. Now, we've looked at this before, because creepily, there's a real lady's face in the fountain. We're wondering what's going on with that. Again, that's not very, very far away, that Statue of Liberty, is it? Eiffel Tower. And it's got the Antiqua text still at this period. Still looks a bit different here on this bit and this bit than other photographs. How big is it? How big is it? How big are the people? How far away is it? It got, you know, I can understand that it might overstand that it might be a perspective thing, but guys, that don't even look far away. Are we looking at another Paris, another Eiffel Tower? Because then none of these are ringing true. Look at this woman's face here, like a photograph. Yeah, it's supposed to be a statue. So somebody colorized that one. And is after. Oh, waiting for it. Oh. So, a video. This is quite interesting concerning the earthquake ruins, New Majestic Theatre and City Hall. Now, excuse me, my internet just went off and it says, come back later. I hope I'm still live. And so I'm live on the Tatarian channel as well. I'll come and chat to you peeps in a minute. So what we're looking at here is the newspapers. Check this out, guys, what I discovered. I found this last night. I was like, ooh. Clues. So, San Francisco seems doomed. Flames sweep through over the whole city. Thousands dead on the outskirts. Martial law, looters shot. Capital 8. And let's just have a look at this video. And some of the newspapers were out while it's happening. Okay. And ongoing, the events of 1906. Check this out. It's only for a minute or two. 2 minutes. And it's good clueage. Come on, load, load, load. Okay. So, fire following earthquake is sweeping in San Francisco. Dead or injured, already 5,000. Well, I read 4,000 and already we have 5,000. What about this, guys? I mentioned about a tsunami should happen with a giant earthquake. What about this? Ocean rushes in, sweeping whole valley. Did you hear about the ocean rushing in, sweeping an entire valley, guys? The entire city seems doomed of destruction. So there was a tsunami somewhere. I can't get down to the print to see what it says. Yeah, maybe someone screenshot it, mag it up. I can't. But yeah, so there's in one little screenshot there, there's two against the official narrative. What else have we got? Come on, you swine. Okay. So, San Francisco seems doomed. Flames sweep over the inside. Thousands dead on the outskirts. Thousands dead on the outskirts. What? It's not really, you know, what we've heard before from the official, you know, the other narratives, is it? Sorry, it seems to be buffing. Okay, and there's a few more newspaper articles. San Francisco ablaze, citizens flee in terror. So I'm like, all of them? And there's some pictures of it happening, which are sinister in themselves because these poles are completely untouched. The wooden, fireproof wooden poles is one of Market Street. Some explosions happening just up down from the call centre. Buildings next to this large building already gone. Everyone just standing there watching their city fall apart. What? What? No, you just wouldn't do that. Look at this. Some mud flooded. So the electricity there, it says, in that window there. And look at this, guys, the mud flood cellars. Check that out. Ground level, front doors, front doors, front doors. Mud flood. Never seen that before in these photos. Very, very good clues in this. Very good. So who are all these people, all dressed in their finery, not giving two hoots? Some people taking their stuff out. There's one there, not too many. And they used explosives to cause fire breaks, they say, but I don't know. There's something else going on Market Street. It's almost as if there's an official destruction going on. The people are just watching it because they know they're going to move in. A bit like when the Germans moved Jews out, and then Germans moved into their properties. Just shh, don't ask what happened to the previous occupants. Yeah, a bit like that, but on a larger scale. So there's links here for loads of San Francisco aftermath footage. I'll give you the link for this. Okay, the descriptions box, and it'll give you a lot of after the. Basically the event, which is fantastic stuff. Is a 1 minute one, San Francisco. So yeah, lots going on. Is that the same footage? It might be. It might be. Okay. Okay, we are moving on. So I'm gonna come back for a split second because I want to basically show you about Persia next. I want to catch up with you all. I don't know how many of you are in chat. Excuse me. Stop sharing. There you are. So I am still in Memphis, Tennessee, but not for long. I'm going to change my settings and I'm going to see where else that we are going to be today. I'm going to ooh, that's nice. We're going to a nice, colourful church today. So, do you like that? So what do you think, guys? Do you think that's a persuasive argument for Egypt and the events of said Bible, as in Noah and the apocalypse happening in America? Plenty of evidence, and that melted and all them buildings in the Grand Canyon. Pretty tempting, isn't it? Pretty good evidence. Nice, says Esley. Good to see my friend. Joy's in the house. We got 906 people watching overall, which is fantastic for a Wednesday night, by the way. Please, 900 of you, do us a solid. Share this out. Like it if you did. Come back on the weekend, because we got two legendary YouTubers. This is a seminal moment in Flat Earth, guys. Russian vids and Flat Earth British together. Can you imagine that? Yeah, pretty fantastic, isn't it? So yeah, loads of exciting things going on. Some things that I won't tell you about just yet because I don't like to tempt fate, but there is some rather fantastic stuff gonna happen. They're gonna put me in the movies. They're gonna make a big star out of me. They're gonna put me in the movies, and all I gotta do is act naturally. No, literally. Big Kush. But don't worry, I ain't going to sell out the motherfucking Hollywood or anything. It's more Flat Earthy related. But we'll talk about that another time. Tina Bates. So, holistic media, I reckon you're probably in chat now, aren't you, Angel? Has been making me a fuck ton of brilliant Flat Earth British stuff. So, suggestions of Flat Earth British t-shirts. Do you want one of them? I do. Got one of them there, Martin Liedtke shirts and stuff. But, yeah. We want Flat Earth British. I want Flat Earth British t-shirts, yeah? Flat thumb. Flat Earth British, flat thumb. Also, I have a deep suspicion that very, very famous people sit home all day watching Flat Earth British back to back, addicted, just like everybody else. Is this not so? Famous people who are addicted to Flat Earth British, contact me. You can go on my show, okay? I will introduce you to the world. And then you can just be a part of Flat Earth British epicness. Okay? Who wants to be a man of tomorrow? Step into the light. Step into the love that is Flat Earth British. That's not a you, Ozzy Osbourne. You're not man of tomorrow. Just saying. You're definitely a big fan, aren't you, Ozzy? You love me. Yeah, I love you. Your wife don't like me, does she? She's like, are you watching that Flat Earth British again? Oh, he does my fucking head. Don't listen to her. Don't listen. It's a woman. That was Ozzy, by the way, nobody else. Tina Bates, good to see you. Andrew, Justin, my metaphysical magics me up. I can time travel now to anywhere I want in the world because I'm magic. Next show, I will probably be in the ISS. Oh, yay, I will be underwater with mermaids. Yes, it will be fantastic. Are you looking forward to that? So let's see where else Martin Liedtke could go today. To this place, which is a beautiful mosque in Tehran, which we're going to look at next on Flat Earth British. This place here was passed to me by a person who lives in the city, and it's just the most juicy cathode, or whatever these places are, you can ever imagine. I'm going to show you that next on Flat Earth British. Kathy, good to see you. Mellow, Kathy Mellow, who's Mellow? They call me Mellow Yellow. Vertix, good to see you. Mellows. Dick Sher and Henry, if you are here, thank you for those CDs of copyright free music that I can use. That's much lovely. I came yesterday. I was very confused what it all was, but I thought, oh, this is really nice thought, so thank you for that. We are giants, Theo. All is written. So yeah, it's going to be fun. We'll have fun, teleporting Flat Earth British all over the place, won't we? Isabella, Jack the Giant Slayer, good to see my friend. Verdict. Red Eye's back. Red Eye Jedi. Where you been, man? Where you been, man? Jews, definitely Jews, or fascist technologies, like ramped up, amazing microwave technologies, which turn materialistic matter into spludge, dust, or nothing, just gas, just zap, gone, yeah, like that. Because there is like technologies that actually do that. Nukes are shit if they were a thing compared to real technologies. Don't need it. See what a microwave does to your food if you leave it in for ages? Yeah, it disappears, turns into steam, doesn't it? Yeah, no. That's what happens if you leave microwave technology on people for a long time. Werewolf, or even not, just to ramp that shit up, intensify it, directionalize it, get it to a focal point, zappage, deadage. That's what they do in Paradise in California. Cleaning it up, aren't they, for Agenda 21? They're cleaning it all. They're going to jam everyone into Mad Max, or actually Judge Dredd cities, okay, like super towers, which are already doing. And they could clear the countryside for themselves, so they could have it all in their like tripping dream, because it's not going to happen. We all know what's going to happen, don't we? I know. Isn't it fantastic? I know. Aren't you excited? Yes, I know. Well, we've talked about our last week this week. It's been a fantastic week anyway on Hey Bandana Angel. I thought I did. Bandana's a beautiful Indian lady, and I thought it was a bloody American rapper because I'm stupid sometimes. Salvador Vega, good to see you. And Just Soldier, the moon's a balloon. Well, I'm not going to argue with that at all. Could be full of it. Could be. Your mum is your mom. It could be Rev. If you're American, it's mom. In Britain, it's mum or mam if you're in Cardiff. So Jenny's saying, the scene in one of the newer Star Wars with a huge giant sitting on the giant chair. My son took me to the movie, and the giants gave off the most horrible feeling programming. Well, they do a lot of that, especially with this new stuff that's coming out on these TV series that are on Amazon and stuff. They're just absolutely like so predictably programming. It's hard to eat. And movies as well. Telling us how all this shit's going to be coming down. Watch fucking Terminators. Yeah, there's all of this biomechanical biotech humanity, and they got plagues in it as well, as you know. Kind of dummy. That's how they get control in it. The good old-fashioned health scare. Everyone runs shit scared. The little chicken shits, they already knew they already were mind controlled. So yeah, not good for the people I've heard have had the vax, guys. Not good at all, guys. Not good. I think they'll start freaking out soon when they start dropping like flies. I think they'll start to work out that there's something else in them. If they haven't already worried about what they got in them, you know. But who the fuck trusts the government? So I have fairies, as I said, Fact TV Rootage, good to see you. Lovely Russian person. Is this a stage for a movie again? Oh, fuck yeah. Definitely. And do you think you're not being watched? Oh, rabbit! Oh, rabbit under my foot. He's soft and lovely. Dragon Sage, Andrew. Oh, that's nice on the foot. Love. Yippee shake. Wow, great finds, Martin. I know. Crazy, innit? We on about all our stuff in Grand Canyon. Okay, now I've got loads more to show you now. We're going to have a look at beautiful Persia in the way of a Google find, what a lady showed me in her city, and some old documents. And I got loads more to show you as well. This will not be a 3-hour vlog, not tonight, because I got busy tomorrow. Got something happening tomorrow night, and then I need to get ready for the fantastic Flatterday. Okay, where we've got Flatterday special with yours truly and Russian vids who's going to come over so we can have an epic as fuck truther night. What do you think of that? I know. Bit exciting, isn't it? So, what's Russian vid's most famous phrase? Give me a break. You got to give me a break. Look at this, man. Give me a break. So, terrible 3. Hello, Michael. Translate those emojis into sense. I think emojis might be evil, except for that one that goes, I really like that one, with the one with a happy face. Always makes me smile, even though it's an emoji. Yeah, I know. I can't type really. Aqua, equal. I can't say that. Equal put. Excuse me, somebody just come up on my computer. Wugga. So yeah, it's pretty cold in Britain for July. It should be really nice, and it's shit. It's really cold today. I can't believe it. Oh, I'm married. No. Pally Blue, good to see you. Juicy Bob, good to see you. No. Books. I've got some books, and I need to send some out to people who want signed copies, but I can only do X amount, as I said. And I hate to let people disappoint people. So I'm going to have to put them up onto eBay as soon as I get the time. But guys, I have just been so busy with work and so much going on, sad to say. Adam Cook, love my missus because she keeps me under the thumb. Ooh, I don't like the sound of that, Adam. Fuck me, mate. No. Under the thumb? Is that like being mummied? As long as you're getting good food and all the other good stuff, epic, mate. Knock yourself out. Gel. But ooh, what about flat earth Britishness? No, that's freaking mate. I'm really happy for you. Roscoe, Dick, Mel, hope you are amazing. Oh, that just comes as standard, I'm afraid, with that lady. Ordinary Bear, break, fire break, yeah, in San Francisco. Yeah, in fact, that's right. Genghis Khan, who's a descendant of Genghis, I take it. Okay, we're going to share screen. And I'm going to show you some Persia, which is beautiful, colourful, and sure you will agree. Now, excuse me. There. So, don't Facebook me, yo. Don't message me, yo. So, everyone in the world wants to talk to me. So, this is in Google. Can you Google it? Yeah, and you can literally move around. This is that mosque. It's got cameras. Bugger! You should be able to navigate this. It's actually on Google. There you are. Excuse me. So, and you can navigate yourself around. Now, it is fantastic, this place. I've got to be honest. I'm quite impressed with it. And you can go down the hall there and look at these green panels of what looks like marble. So let's have a look at the decoration just on the floor alone. Persian carpets, absolutely fantastic. So just go around on the eye level a minute. Okay, wow. And then you get all this reflective Antiqua tech. So let's just have a look up a minute. All gold in this dome. Looks fantastical. Crystal chandelier. And then this thing. Look at it. And then it goes green on this corner. This is the most amazing place. Just blow your mind going in there. Such a feast for the senses, I should imagine. Wouldn't you say? Wow. So yeah, let's have a look at Persia. In the old world, was not a deserty country like what you'd expect. Okay, it was not. It was green and pleasant. Now they say this for the Fertile Crescent as well, don't they? They say that these places like the Holy Land were all very green, but in this case, you get a lot of deciduous plantage, and this is the Persians, and in this period they have the shotgun and they're hunting some animals with guns. So some beautiful depictions in this one. I went through it last night. I thought, ooh, that's lovely. So you get Phoenicians as well, mermaidy people and deities. So what have you got there? Whatever it is, it's giving you the star in a jar effect. So again, with the clothes, with the jewels, and that's what they look like. But again, he's in Persia and he looks really, really white. It's not even tanned because he's in a green, standing in a field because it's all green. And what I'm finding for Renaissance art as well, I dig that a lot of these pictures may have been set in Italy, but I don't think Italy does an abundance of deciduous trees. They're not really big on seasons. It gets cold in the winter, not like Britain. You can keep like an orange tree around the clock, can't you? Or vines around the clock. So I don't think things go deciduous much. So why would they have things like it in Persia? These look a little bit like Indian, but beautiful garbs. Take the slippers off. Let's have a little go on the swing. Lovely stuff. And they got fantastic, beautiful clothes. What's the matter with her? She's waiting for a go. We'll give her a go. So some things don't change, but they got beautiful palaces, beautiful architecture, beautiful society in Persia. Music, culture, food, goldy stuff. Eating al fresco. Cool, I bet that's all good stuff. And some beautiful palaces, but that's outdoors because they got to eat outdoors. It tastes better outdoors. Everybody knows the food tastes better al fresco than in the house. Ow! That's my rabbit tickling my foot. I can't believe. Killing me with cuteness. So having a bong while playing the sitar. Turn on your mind, relax and float downstream. Oh yeah, man. Check how beautiful you are in the mirror. Why are you talking slow motion? It's not. It's that bong you just had. Oh. So yeah, that'd be really cool. Chilling out while they're having you. Okay. So near the river. More bongage. They're all really white looking as well, aren't they? They're not really, maybe a little bit dark. But a load of honeys. And I'm not sure what they're doing with their day, just hanging out and getting fucked up. Can't fault them. Chief. Let the blokes paint the houses, innit, or whatever. Huh? We're women. This is the women of old. This is what they've done, Where's my husband? Oh, he's washing the dishes, cooking the tea. Oh, fucking lazy bastard. All day I've been laying here, smoking bongs. Yeah, it's hard work, My lungs are going to pack up. Yeah, my mother didn't like peacock feathers in the house. She said they represented the devil's eye. Get it out of the house. It's evil. Evil? This is peacock's feather. How's it evil? It's the devil. Also, she wouldn't let me put any reflection. So if I had a wristwatch, and I would sit in the room playing with, reflect the sun around the room off my wristwatch. I'd say, oh, look at the wall. Look how shiny it is, the shiny thing that I'm making off my wristwatch. She'd say, that's the devil. Get it out. Stop it. Cover your wristwatch. It's like, Mother, that is sunlight. How can it be the devil? It's the devil, I'm telling you. It's not the fucking devil. It's the reflection of my wristwatch. But, she wouldn't have it. So she'd throw a slipper at me, bounce off my head. Stop it with the watch. It's the devil. Yeah, all right, man. It's the devil. And don't kick Coke cans. Angels die. So that was another thing as well. If I was walking down the road, I like to kick a stone, like all men do, kick a stone down the road. Also like to kick a Coke can. Not anymore, though. And if you kick a Coke can, my mother would say, Martin, you know an angel just died. Why? Because you kicked a Coke can. What? I kick a Coke can, an angel fucking dies? Oh, yes. Every time you kick a Coke can, an angel dies. So, what? Did they have Coke cans in ancient times? How did angels die in ancient times? Did they just go down the road kicking soft drink cans? It just makes no sense, mother. But that was the way it was run. These look like giants. He looks like a giant. So, when I said I wanted to go on a date, I was actually thinking more alone, yeah? Next time, could you not bring an entire entourage of maidens? Yeah, do bring the bong next time, though, the hooker. Not a hooker, the hooker. God, you don't know me so well. Bring the band, yes. Oh, turn on your mind, relax. I love a bit of sitar. Do they do Norwegian wood? I love that see-through top you got on, by the way. Is that black negligee stuff? Yeah. Dates are different nowadays, aren't they? I don't think dates are even a thing anymore. Do people date? I don't even know. I don't think people marry anymore. I think that's totally gone. Since people worked out with 7 years old, the devil and everything else, yeah? I think that's gone. Plus, it's churches, innit? It's full of clergy, yeah? Fucking hell. Who's going to take their family in there? Sheesh. Don't go in the bathroom alone, son. Fuck that. It's clergy in here. What's he eating? Could be elven bread. And she's having a little sip of rice water. While a band plays outside. See how much of the fantastic life they had in Persia, guys. It's not exactly like Britain, is it? You don't know about Britain, do you? Don't even worry about it. What's Britain like? Oh, it's a country full of depressed people who moan all day and do exactly what the government tells them. And they like football, drinking, and just generally gay pastimes. I don't know what's going on with the British public. But good thing is, it's about 20% maybe more of the British public can actually think for themselves outside of, what the man tells them to think, which is fantastic. So what's going on here? King Age, he's bluing out a bit. He's got a bit of a blue thing going on. He's a bit bigger than everyone else as well, isn't he? So, we're looking into Persia of the past, and they all have really fab clothes, beautiful colour for the age of these books, antiquity. We won't look at too many more because I want to get on. And time is an elephant. I mean, irrelevant. He's a giant. He's absolutely bloody massive, isn't he? I can't imagine these are girls, but they're adults. So he is fucking humongous. What's on his head? So Persian giants. He's touching his green stone as well. That might be significant. Holding a flower, and he's like turning a button on the bottom of his green thing. Yeah? That's what it looks like. Okay, we're moving on. We happy? Hope so. I hope so. All of you people are happy chappies. I don't know how many people we got watching. We seem to have a few. Make sure, please share this out. Please like this video or other YouTube things. Okay, so all I do is play music. I literally would love to hang out with these for the day. Just laying on bean bags, playing music, smoking hookers. Lovely, some peaches, fresh peaches, nice bit of cake. Baked kind. That'd be fucking brilliant. So they nailed it, haven't they? Tempting, isn't it? No wonder they're always going to war and having trouble with these lot. That's what we got here. This is Persia. Got a Jesus up a tree. Strange building in the background. Guy with a baby and a crow. Oh, it could be Mary. I doubt it though, because it looks like a man with a dress on. And this guy's got a case of spludge foot. Very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Don't know what's going on with the pills either. That's unfortunate as well. Oh, let's have a look a little further. I want to see how this develops. I'm not sure what they're even doing in the story. Right, this is somebody doing Rodin's Thinker, is there? Nice borders on this. Right, Christianity. Hang on, this is strange. This is Persia. Do they do Christianity in Persia? I guess so. The Phoenicians brought it. It's when everything turned to poo. Look, she's got ginger hair. And they're in dreadlocks as well, guys. She's got dreadlocks. What's in that bag? Nice little fire. Nice little whippet. Oh, it's bloody beautiful. I want to go to Persia. Like I said, they like me there. So imagine if you lived all your life in Persia, though, in Iran, you'd have to, went through all of the Shah of Iran days and the Ayatollah Khomeini days and seen all of those crazy changes and all the shit we heard about all of these countries in the past when they were absolutely fab. They hide all the fantastic stuff, have you noticed, guys? They say, oh, they're trouble, it's crap. It usually means, well, they got better stuff than us and we're jealous. Yeah, I know, it is. I think the Persians got better stuff. And I'm saying they have. I seen an eagle on the street the other day. I was like, well, what's that? It looks like a mad pigeon, but it was an eagle. And I flew up in the tree. I watched it ages. The time I got my camera, I stood up for my camera. Bloody went. So, if you are buying a book each, which you'll find the links below in the descriptions box. I'll be coming back now showing you all about that. Okay. Somebody sent in these. We've had loads this week. And if you basically get your books, you can send a photograph in. And I will show everybody on Flat Earth British. So these are of Tommy, who is in America land. So Tommy boy went to a sort of truther meet, and he's in Canada. I think he's in Toronto, Tommy, and he put his books on top of there. Look at that. Was placed in position His Majesty King George V, Emperor of India, on the occasion of his visit to Delhi. Well, I don't Delhi for the Corporation of Dubai. I don't think you were in Delhi, though, were you, Tommy? But there's my books. On top of such a fine thingy. Queen's Park, there you are. That's where he is. Queen's Park opened September the 11th, 1860 by Prince of Wales. Later, King Edward VI of his mother, Queen Victoria, erected. Toronto. So he's in Toronto, Tommy, like I said. And he took him. He went truthing. There's a load of truthers in a minute. See what his badges say. COVID, 99.9 survival. FEMA camp, vaccine tracer. Nice one. Tommy's a proper truther. There's Melinda Gates there and Bill. And in there, two big truther manuals. Two big truther splats. Right. And there they are. People for this state in Canada land. What's he doing? He's dressed like he's a bloody soldier, a copper. Holding the flag, the Canadian flag. So, thank you for that, Tommy Rogers. You are epic. So, anybody else getting books? We've got plenty of people sent them. Let's just look at Moonbeam again. Okay. This is Moonbeam. Thanks, Moonbeam. You look beautiful. Look. And you got a moonbeam by there. Moonbeam. So, thank you for that. Look at the flow in Glasgow. Look at the energy and the love and the vibrancy of these people, guys. Can you feel it? Even the kids of Flat Earth Britishness, yeah? They love us. Look at him. He's gone cockeyed through his brain splatteredness. Sorry about that. And you can put him in your ganja crop, dreaded ladies, trace, or castle, yeah? Or out your back garden with Teresa, who's hippie shake, who's there. Or a lady, could send her in. Okay, hide your face if you don't want anyone to know who you are, or book of maps. Okay, or in front of your favorite object. In this case, roots rock reggae amplifier. So that's sweet as well. Okay, so you get the idea. Send them in. There's one here, Pink Floyd poster. On stage in the flesh, Pink Floyd. So fantastic. So yeah, immortalise flat Earth British books by putting them in fantastic places with some fantastic people. Okay, guys, and we will show everybody on flat Earth British think tank. Good day. I know. So, right. Cult of Papyrus or Papyri. I've included a chapter or so about this. I showed this a couple of years ago. It may be a bit rude, but the Egyptians, they got some sort of strange sexual practices. I don't know. They might not be strange. I can't really tell in this day and age. Things are just so weird. So what they do in the cult of Papyrus is they collect knobs. I don't know what they're made out of. Let's have a little bit of investigation. So yeah, they were a cult of Egypt, Phoenician, and this was depictions of the cult of Papyrus in 1790s. So here we have some Phoenician. So we got this one you can hang on the wall. It's got a chain, and it's got is that an oil lamp or is it a swinging dick? It's a swinging dick oil lamp. So this is a droogie. Or in this case, this one is a statue. It's got a bit of a knob nose. What the practice is, I do not know. So let's have a look. Phoenician cows. We got a phoenix with a face and a phoenix with a ram's butt face. But I think you can probably, if you've been following Flat Earth British, work out who these people are by now. Okay, with the ram's head, the horns. We're looking at Phoenicians, or what you might call Egyptians, with their strange deities. Look at this snaky thing. Let's turn that around. Oh, excuse me. Oh, shit. Let's turn that around. Oh. Why wouldn't it let me turn it around? Yeah, there you go. There you are. So let's have a look at this critter here. Anox is something or other, and it's like a jack in a box, stripy serpent with a Phoenician sort of head on it. And Bacchus, some guy with some grapes, and a massive, overly exaggerated donk. Now, I don't think that's a reality. All the blood would rush out your body and you would pass out. That makes no fucking sense. And he's like, walking down the road. It's a statue, by the way. I don't think it's a real person. But this is the sort of thing you would have in your Egyptian house, basically, if you were an Egyptian. You know, I think you recognise the Egyptian chariot by now. And what you find with Pan is he's a goat fucker, okay? Or, as the Razzers would say, he's a ram goat. He's a ram goat. I think that's where it came from, actually. Nothing sinister going on with that, except for Lady Liberty. I think you can recognise her from there, who is Venus, who is Lucifer. It's got a little pussycat. Lucifer, showing you his more delicate side. Ah, it's a little pussycat. And I've seen these things before, these vibrational things. I can't remember the word for them right now. Sistrum. And they give off a tone or vibrational quality. But look, Statue of Liberty, Phoenicians. And they're obsessed with sort of sex. So I'm not sure if that's like really going down, or I think it's a statue. But somebody enjoying a slice of hairy pie. And that is Hindu, isn't it? So we got Ganesh, elephant with the, wow, at that period as well, it's brilliant. And little deities all sat around a central something or other, Tesla thing, with a serpent all the way around it and a dome on top. I wonder what that was for. And a many-headed deity, who's not Krishna. Looks more like he's got double Januses going on. So what else we got? So settlements as well. So I've been thinking about basically the original place for the Tower of Babel, considering probability Egypt and all the old worlds in America. Thinking, well, where's the Tower of Babel? And I noticed behind me there's a painting of Bruegel's Tower of Babel, a Renaissance work. And on the one side, it's angled like a pentagon. And I thought to myself, wow, I wonder what it looks like from above, the Tower of Babel, and would it be a pentagon? And I thought, I wondered if the pentagon, is on the original location of the Tower of Babel. Think about it. What was there before? It was all ruined land. I've seen the pictures of this immense, massive thing being built. You know what they say about it. It's supposed to be phenomenally big, isn't it? Get lost in there. So yeah, Bacchus carrying oh no, it's pandemic, panic, pandemonium, pandimensional, pans people. So I'm not sure what that is. Just a serpent. So these are what looks like possible bas reliefs, but I'm guessing if you're looking into Pharaoh Egyptian cults, they're pretty rare, so I guess they only do like brash rubbings and stuff. But this is it, the cult of Parappas. I've included some of it in my novel, in your book. What do you think these are? Ground level. Oh, they're column tops, but rounded bottom. Again, with us just super futuristic technology. We get some plantage. Ooh, what are we looking at there? Can't even recognize that. Is that oh, I don't know. Secret pomegranate. No, of course not. Okay, we got more Bacchusites offering grapes to somebody with grapes on their hair. So yeah, we've learned quite a lot about these people, haven't we? And they got the same thing going on with the curtains, the veil going up, the drunken lewd behavior. What's this? Sculpture from the island of Elephanta near Bombay in India. What we got here? Oh, they look really weird. They got them Phoenician earpieces on. Well, that one has. Oh, I never noticed she's got a hand on a massive knobbage. I think there's more going on in that, actually. Dimensions 2 foot 6 inches and 1 foot 6 inches. What are they talking about? Oh yeah, and the Phoenicians again. I'm not sure if these things fly through the sky. They might be drones. You could have dick drones. Yeah. Order a dick by drone. Just drop it to your back garden, ladies. But look at these birds. Yeah. Just having a little bit of milk. Love pee. Oh, stick about lumpy. So what it is, I think it's just a critter of the day. But brilliant thing is, back in the day, if you could, when you manifest your reality, this lady, she's like, I know, I will fly, but not on a Pegasus horse. I'll fly on a Pegasus of knobs. One on the back, one on the front, and one on the front of that. Knob off. And that's what, like, that Venus was thinking. Venus of the penis. Come on. It's obvious, isn't it? This one's a bit nuts. Oh, I actually never seen that again. Wow. Whoa. That was found in Nimes, another ancient Phoenician city in 1825. So we got an oil lamp, another dragony double-headed winged single-head dick, and a bowl. What do they do? Use your imagination. What's this? Is that anus? Oh, no, it's not. It's minus. Okay. Sorry. Ex vito. Oh, ex vito. And this is basically when you're making balloons at a children's party's template. and Primus Inaxus Mixus. Primus Inaxus Mixus. Sounds pretty, doesn't it? Right. That, oh God, it's that woman from Ireland again. You know that one. Yeah, Margaret. Is it Margaret? Or Nina Nagaj? You know the one, don't you? Can't leave herself alone. Oh no, she's got a baldy head. It's Sinead O'Connor. Yeah? I see visions of you. I used to fancy Sinead O'Connor before she went all baldy and nuts. So I'm not sure if they're even women, you know, but like, yeah, they are obviously, but like they're really alien-y looking, aren't they? So what's going on? It's open for interpretation, guys. You know, it's a Flat Earth British vlog. Questions open. We're looking at the weird ass Phoenician Egyptian cult of Serapis. Yeah. Strange goings on. Another coinage. Ooh. So we got little sigils, and we got what looks like four angels, a knob, flying knob, a downward knob, four angels, all C and I. Yeah, I know. It's weird, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at this one. So, you don't take a pony back in the old days. You take a penis and ride down the street. Ladies, have you seen my shiny new penis? Oh, yes, it's really nice. I like the go fast stripes. And this one, you can throw like that. And if you're really daring, you can try and catch it. Four angels. No, that's disgusting, Martin. Look at this. So what is it? It's like a monkey. It's like, I'm a monk. Look at my fanny. She's got a dick growing out of her bum. Dick belts. I don't know if they're women or men, I can't tell. Isn't it interesting, this weird world, isn't it? Isn't it interesting, the things you see on Flat Earth British of a random day as well? So, a serpent around your knob. But no, not bite in the end. Maybe that's what happened. Cleopatra. Bunny man! In fact, I'm going as far to say mystic bunny man. Yeah? 600 and odd, 700 odd of you watching Mystic Bunny Man, guys. And I'm not sure. It's that flying Pegasus knob again. Okay. Maybe it's a thing for giants. Maybe just like flying into giants. So we have somebody's buffeted up a giant Lucifer. How very fucking dare they? Yeah. Blackbirds, owls. Owls, they're definitely a Freemasonic connection. People slipping owls in all the time. It's a fucking giveaway. And you get the old circle with all the witches dancing around. And I guess this is the devil buffeting up, yeah? In an ancient book of Phoenician Egyptian cult. So Satan looks like Satan then. He looks like Satan now. And this is supposed to be from the Bronze Age, by the way. It looks like Middle Ages, doesn't it? Yeah, because it is. Because Bronze Age is bullshit. Ooh, satanic stuff. We got the pentagram. We got five-pointed star there. Scollage. Don't know what this word means. And it's a man or a woman with jugs and a fanny. It's not the front bit in Britain. It's the front bit in Britain. Okay, front fanny. And the sun and the moon. So completely alchemical terminology. Balance. Sun and moon. I'd say that's screen reset even without reading it. Okay, what we got here? Again with the chains. They must mean something. You still got the old pentagram going. Eagle head. Riding an eagle. Wings open. Active charge. Uncle Fester fell into a light bulb. Somebody squeezing the bollocks on a statue. Yeah. That's weird, isn't it? So yeah, you can have different types of nuts. You can have walnuts, there, nuts on a wall, and you can have chestnuts. Then nuts on your, I know. What's this? So this looks like witches of 1613, the witches' Sabbath. Oh my God, what is all of this got to do with the cult of? Right, so okay, so they're having a do. Okay, a devil do. Fairies turn up. over there. They're arguing about a child, fairies. Yeah. What else? Let's start on the bottom, okay? The Witch's Sabbath. So got a couple of demons, actual goats. Looks like Beelzebub and Devil's Crew's turned up. They're cooking some stuff. I wouldn't like to say what was in that pot. Year of Newt. Pube of Courtney Cox. I don't know my Courtney Cox. He's got the fasces on riding that. Plasma discharge. Oh, there he is. There's Baphomet. There's the boss up there. He's on his throne. And he's got a couple of gimps. They've also got fasces. And they're bringing the fairies are delivering a child to Satan here at the Sabbath. The Baphomet. And there's more fairies here as well. They look like fairies, don't they? Fairy wings. More fairies. Somebody riding a ram round and round. These look like the elites. Looks like Queen Elizabeth. Dancing around in circles, creating a torus. It's something that humans do is dance in circles to create a natural torus. The ring dance, I talked about in my first book, The Holy Grail of our Flat Earth. So, they're quite amusing, and they chin full of nuts. Yeah, well, I was going to mention that Dragon Sage, and then I changed my mind. So, me being me, Flat Earth British, I'm bound to be a person of interest to them, aren't I? Because I'm really annoying, aren't I? Mel, would you verify this? Okay, now, if you Google or put in Flat Earth British into the YouTube bar, this is what you find. I found it rather intriguing. Now, I put dozens of links into every video, but YouTube or Google, they will not put them up, but they put one link up in specific. So there I am, Martin Liedtke. Okay, so they put a couple of my videos up. You've got Dig Deep. There's Lee, Flat Earth British. There's Flat Earth British Think Tank channel, right? But what they do show is every video that I've put up, they blank everything up. Plans are in motion to hold a Flat Earthers convention on board a ship to Antarctica. Watch and learn more. They're not my words, and I didn't write that. So somebody at Google has typed this out, headed it as a description for this video, which is nothing to do. It's just added. They did the same for this. Plans are in motion to hold a Flat Earthers convention on board a ship to Antarctica. This is not my handwriting. I did not write this. They did. Somebody's took the time to put that in the description and blank all the rest. Don't that tell you something? They are fucking pushing this. Again. Oh, there they put a roller coaster ride. There again. Yeah. Streamed 1 month ago. Plans are in motion to hold a Flat Earthers convention. Come on, guys. Again. Plans are in motion to... Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I smell them all over it. All over it. So yeah, and then if you go looking, like if you want to find Flat Earth videos on Google or on YouTube, you won't find fuck all. Just the usual suspects, yeah. And they stay on there year after year, like nobody else has ever done fuck all. See him, yeah. Literally, yeah. When he slated Flat Earth in this video, I thought to myself, I'll bump into you later, you fucker. You walked past me a year ago in front of Cardiff Castle. Fucking had him right into me, guys. Right into me. I was like, thank you, Lord. Simon fucking Dan 3 years ago made his third video about me, and I spent the next year cleaning up the shit from his doorstep. Fucking nightmare. And then Lee, Martin, and then some of my old videos. So yeah, it really stinks. If you search me, you can see that there's real fuckery underway, but the powers that should not be. Really, really weird. Wouldn't you say? No. So anyway, we're moving on. I guess I'm there somewhere. Never. Wow, nearly 1 million views there. No. Cambridge Skeptics. Just my shittier videos. I don't really put my good ones on there, on my juicy ones. Really weird. Anyway, fuckery by YouTube and Google, no doubt about it. And they're pushing this Antarctica thing like this looks around. So, which it isn't, by the way. I posted this on my last video, and I see Mac Zulu 1 posted it on his channel, and I seen someone else post it as well. And what it is I found it in my bookmarks. I downloaded it maybe a year or so ago, and it shows you that nano tubes or nanofibers that are definitely in these jabs, because enough doctors are telling people that they're in there, and they're really, really small. They assemble into long wires under Tesla phoresis, or just a wireless charge from a Tesla coil. So they crank up a Tesla coil, okay? And then these nanotubes do the most spooky, weird fucking thing you can imagine. Like they're conscious. They align themselves into circuitry. They align themselves into wires. Not only that, they go in search of something that they should light up. In this case, nanotubes can assemble themselves into wires, form a circuit, absorb energy from the atmosphere, free energy from a Tesla coil to light 2 LEDs. And they've got it in them in a jab. And it's 5G. These people are going to be programmable. Is that spooky, or is that not mind-blowing? Damn right it is. How can it know? How can this just stuff by wirelessly go seeking to complete a circuit to light up LEDs, guys? So that was years ago. That was maybe 2018 or something. What was that? Yeah, 2016. That video was. I've had that a good few years saved, and when I seen it, I was like, "Holy fuck!" Especially now when it's you know more in question, isn't it? The nanobody. So the Priap, or the Ancient Theology of Mystics and Ancients, is the book that I just showed you, or otherwise known as called the Parapas. And I'm also live on here at the moment. I don't know whether this is up. You can see on Flatterday. I got a couple more things to show you a second. There you are. So let's check out you peeps in the chat, because I haven't for a little while. Been talking forever. Coming into 2.5 hours. So the Quick here, Andrew here, Simon Kratz is here, Little Wings here, Call for Zero here, Werewolf here, Ken's here, the Quick Science Owns Imposters is here, Kenworth, as I said, Simone's, Brian's in there as well, Coffee Mellow's in there. So there's the chat in the Celtic Tatarian channel. Okay, all up and running. 134 of you. It's weird for how many subs have I got there? 27,000. I'm only 100 odd in the chat. Peculiar that. And 3 weeks ago now, the Holy Grail of the Great Reset Questions was released. Great feedback on this. If you have bought the book, or you buy the 2, which most people are doing because they didn't realize the first book was out, a lot of people, please write a review. Okay, write a review of what you really think. And that goes to basically getting this bloody book shared and out there. So, Holistic, who is brilliant and does these awesome videos and awesome adverts, etc. for moi, okay, is sorting some other stuff for us as well. So, much gratitude to Holistic, who has made epic efforts to promote my book in this small corner of the internet, when we could in fact save millions of people from their bullshit of their own Bryans, basically. Okay, so yeah, it's good pictures on there. Railway children, incubators, beaches. Got good taste. So yeah, the link is in the description box for that. Please check it out. I'm going to come back. I got a little bit more to show you. Stop. Okay. Now, I'm just going to bring out a couple more things. I've got a little bit more to show you before I shoot off. You still there, Mel? Are you? Oh. Yeah, Alva Billy's there. Oh, good to see you. Chungus Khan. Okay. So yeah, make sure to come back on a weekend. We're going to have a fab, epic, classic Truthers weekend. We're going to go deep. We're going to show Avi some of our fantastic stuff, and he's going to show us some of his greatest stuff, because he has done some mag work in the past. Current dirt, liffage, I haven't bothered. I got told off. I had an email, somebody saying like, your habits are just ruining you on YouTube, like wanting me to change and not be me. So I was really polite. I was going to just block, but I thought, no, the person's actually just trying to be nice and trying to be loving. So I did say that I don't think of it as an actual thing. The only people that think of it as a thing is one of them. So, put that across. So thank you, Joy. Thank you, Bandana. Thank you. And my bad language as well. I get constant complaints about bad language, but it's Armageddon. Everyone could be dead in a couple of years. I ain't even fucking worried. Okay, so Seeking, Starwood, I'm just thinking about you lot and what we can, there's a lot of us in the Truth community are just sort of pulling it together for the community, the worthy. I am sovereign and free. No test, no vaccine for me, says Rich down in Tenerife. It's a reef that cost a tenner. Or the islands are fortunate. I've been to Tenerife. I went to Santa Cruz. Just lovely, brilliant time. Went to the carnival. Sketches is here. Sonia is here. Nixon's here. Werewolf is here. Capalocious. Too big for media, digital media. Fabulous linguisticus. Okay, cool. Rain Girl. Okay, well, I do make efforts to speak English, but the fact is I'm not English. I'm Welsh, and I sound like I do. When I listen to me back, I can understand every single word. I sometimes fade, but after 3 hours of holding a large crowd, your brain seems to feel like a sponge, so maybe if you did that yourself, you'd understand. Axel, Decat, thank you for all your lovely comments. I was going through comments today. There's a holistic. Love wins. Love is the answer, and I say that all along. Unconditional love, it can't be selective. Okay. OG Kush is going on for you, Welsh, my brother. No, I haven't got no OG Kush there, Isabella. Is that like you saying you should have? So, let's see what else Martin can visit on his travels today with his time machine that he's found himself. Do you like my time machine? Okay, today, I was in a green mosque in Iran. Now, there's a ship floating behind me. I know. Just like magic. We're going to batter NASA with this time machine that I found myself. But I spend a lot of time in my empty house, just hanging around on my own. But it's beautiful. Look at that. I know. It's where I live. I know. And just hang around with the Egyptians like I do. Yeah, I know. It's not bad, is it? My favourite one is this, though. I like that. Oh, bunny rabbit under my foot. That's nice too. So do you like that? Okay. Epic. Epic and epic. Right, I'm going to show you one more thing, or a couple more things. If I just bring my stuff up. No, I got images of the day and stuff, but I'm going to hang on to all of that for the weekend, guys, because I've only got a day or so and I'm going to be busy tomorrow. But what I do want to show you is a cool little film. I'm sure you've seen it before in colour. And what it is of a sky train in a German city, and I'm sure you've seen it on other channels, but the architecture in the background, and this is a bloody beautiful little, a bloody beautiful little rip of it, which I will show you now. So if I just share screen a second, it's a little bit of video of fantastic German sky train in the 1800s. This is what was going down. Okay. Let's have a little look. So yeah, the architecture in the background is fantastic. Look, all mud flooded though. The size of these places. So yeah, that's still there today. I can't imagine what it was like for the people who lived there when they started putting this stuff up. Oh, come on, you swine. There you are. Yeah, this has been colorized. It's fantastic. How mint that is as well. Nice. Look how beautiful this town is as well. Okay. on the corner. Yeah, I can imagine the people that lived here when they were putting all these giant steel things up higher than the houses. It's like, what? I'm guessing it runs on electric by the looks of it. And it comes into this middle part here where it stops for it, like a little station. And it goes over a river. Oh, it's just fantastic. The colorized version is absolutely beautiful, but I think they lost something. And this great Roman viaduct, it goes under it. And then it comes over the river and swings back around into this street. Look at the temple there. Back into this little station thing here. So things still there today. I can't remember which German city. I think it's Grand. God, what is it? Can't remember. Look, over the river. Oh, beautiful. I would absolutely love to do that train. I used to love monorails when I was a kid. Ooh, that looks close. But, futuristic, isn't it, for such a long time ago? Oh, that one's a scaffold, that building there. The architecture's fantastic in this place. So, yeah, this place looks like it's dodged the war. Let's watch it once more. Yes, CJM. Yeah, it's in a German city. I can't remember. I was going to say Groningen, but that's in Holland. It'll come to me. But yeah, look at this as it turns the corner. And the house up on there on the right-hand side. Up on the hill. Beautiful. And it's all like got trees as well lined. The buildings are fab, but it must be weird having them outside. Oh, that building there has got the windows blocked up. All of them. Maybe it's because you had the steel thing outside. And it was rendered useless. Because you look out your window, you see a big steel thing. There's platforms. I guess you can just get off somewhere. Not by here, though. That looked like a camera. But it can't be. This is 1900. That looks... Oh, it's a light. Okay, they're lights. It did look like a camera, didn't it? And that too. I love this, though, the way it spans the river. And then it swings round past the temple. And then it goes down the middle of a river. I love this bit, yeah. Wow, and it goes past, like, there's the square. As you go up this river, you come down to, I guess, the main town square. That did look like a camera. Weird. And a little canal going through under the street there. Just stop there, look at the architecture, the opera houses and stuff in the background. Town centre. Boom. Into the station. Wow, you're really high as well, like at least 2-3 stories up. Well, at least 2 stories up. So yeah, if you never knew about that, it is a German city with a sky train, 1900. Oh, very futuristic. Stop sharing. Hope you enjoyed that. So, remember, get that in the descriptions box below. Okay, the Holy Grail of the Great Reset. It's blowing everyone's minds. It is a literal dynamite red pill for everybody who's read it. Flo, we love your photograph. Never seen that before. Seems very quaint. A few walkers, no cars. Well, it wouldn't be no cars because it's only just the turn of the century. They weren't around then, apparently, unless you're in San Francisco, of course, in 1906. There's an abundance of cars then. Jonas is here. I tried to localize them in the city. Questions and answers. We have Michelle, Dr. Michelle, Eva, Moholt. That was epic. Thank you. I hope you did enjoy tonight. I didn't mean to go for 3 hours again, but it's coming out to 2.5 now. So, A Blue, so futuristic. I wonder why that kind of train didn't catch on. Well, because it was too futuristic and it was too fantastic, and they don't want us to have anything good. We did have like brilliant trains in Britain, the intercity 125 trains, and they decommissioned them for these shitty cross-country things that are slow and no character and just crap. All of it's crap. The railway system in Britain is the worst. Used to be beautiful. So thank you 007. Thank you everybody who was visited on this really lovely Wednesday night. It's been a special. The Egyptian pharaohs, okay, which they paid a fare to row, or it was a pharaoh across, okay, it was a pharaoh, either one, anyway. 2 meanings. Craig's here, Samosis is here, wow, says Jennykins, and Kenworth, windows are for Noah's flood. Yeah, well, I think the high platforms on buildings, definitely, for when the floodwater comes in. Rain Girl, Lidisha the Quick, 2 hours and 20 minutes to go then, Blammo. Rick, and make sure you come back on the weekend. As I said, we're going to have a Flatterday. We're going to make a day of it. We're going to have a fantastic time, and I'm going to have Russian vids over so we can have something a bit different. And to old school truthers chewing the fat about it all. That'll be one to watch, guys. I'm going to show you all that. So make sure to make it a date. 9 o'clock GMT, but I'll be back. I'll be in maybe 8 o'clock GMT. Flatterday night. Make it a date. No cars. Mel's too early. It's 1900. Love and trees this year as well. Jesus nuts. Thank you for all your links as well. At Deco. C Coop. You're a saint as well. You're lovely. Holy shit. That is really something. It's fact, British think tank. We do something. Okay. Thank Aaron. Teresa, thank you so much for all your support. Everybody who comes to the think tank, everyone who shows love, support for one another as a community. No bullshit, no ego, just loving it and enjoying yourselves. Is there anything better than that? I don't think so. So how do you like the whole new flat of British stuff? Yeah, you happy? Yeah, it's going to be fun. Okay, make sure to come back on the weekend. As I said, it's going to be really interesting around here. There's going to be a lot going on. NTL, Skytrain's still up. Yeah, it is in the modern day. And Mary Van der Graaf, I owe you a book. I'll send it to you as well. Melage as well. Squirrel Sniper as well, I've promised. Lee Brogan for his endless years of modding with my friend. Crochet Crazy. By 901. I was watching a few videos back, Squirrel Sniper, and I watched Crow 777 when I interviewed him back years ago. And as soon as I finished the interview with Crow 777, I go into chat and I go, "What, Squirrel?" My first words after the interview. You were there then, all those years ago, Squirrel. You remember that? Crow 777. That was a classic, wasn't it? Yeah, we had some good interviews in the past. Plenty of them. Interviewed all of the names. Queen, Paris Colvin, good to see you. Dean, good to see you. Deco, Fanny Blue, Davey Little, who's my friend up in Glasgow land. We'll catch up with you then. Make sure to come back Saturday. It's going to be fab, all right? Brian Carter, Hendrik is here, Glenn's here. Just me is here. Hi, love. Car fan 2. My family's friends are all magnetic. Oh, fucking hell. Daniel Pollock. That's the definite thing. No doubt about it. So, Lee, 2-tier Germany does look like. Does anyone remember that German city's name? I can't remember. I'd have to look it up. Find it on Google. But right, let's just come back with one more thing for you before I dive off. Okay, guys? Which I think you might like. Okay. Let me show you now. Now, because it's an Egyptian theme to tonight, we're going to have a bit of fun. Okay, just to finish off before I go home, I'm going to have some music and we're going to have a sand dance with Wilson, Keppel and Betty. You up to that? Yeah, of course you are, guys. Of course you are. Right, I'm going to share screen. I'm going to mute my mic. It's going to be just 2-3 minutes of music. Wilson, Keppel and Betty, just to roll out the show. That was fun. I've always wanted to show Wilson Campbell or Betty on thing. So you're all feeling very Egyptian now? Do you feel like you should be doing a sand dance? Yeah? Walk like an Egyptian. Okay, across your room now. When you go to the kitchen now to make a drink, after you've watched Flat Earth British, okay, make sure to do it Egyptian style. Okay, well, there you are. The sun's going down over Egypt, where I have done this live vlog from. How do you feel? You happy? Had a good time? Yeah, flatastic? Okay. Thank you, Salvador. I am walking strange. It's the Ministry of Funny Walks is what it is. Thank you, lovely Russian person. Thank you, Issa Mindset. Thank you, I Am Human. Thank you, Dick. Thank you, Jules. Thank you, Kat. Thank you, Bliss Me Up. Thank you, Axel. Thank you, DCat. Thank you, Salvador. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Squiz. Thank you, Jonas. Thank you, Denise. Thank you, Blake Gonzalez. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Teresa. So I hope you had a good night anyway. I've enjoyed myself. Very excited about being able to time travel everywhere. It's fantastic laugh. I'm sure you'll agree. Be able to do some cool stuff. Tangy is here. Loyal Tangy. Benny's here. PJ's here. C Coop's here. She's lovely as well. All of you are lovely, lovely, lovely people. Valley Blue. Romanian Bear's here. It's real hippie. What are you trying to say? Trying to say I'm hippie? Deco Dude. Good to see you. Martin, I can do Phoenician plastering. It's 2,000-year-old. Yeah, man. Wicked. Do them little decorations and covings and stuff. There's loads of it in Cardiff, that Phoenician decoration. Holistic video. I have a few careers who are in my house. Oh, dear. Yeah, that's really sad. If you are got relatives that have had the jab, I can only have my sympathies. But there's nothing we can do about it now, guys. It's beyond our control, all of that. When they said they're going to have it. I'm guessing that a lot of them have regretted it. Okay? Is what I'm guessing. And I'm guessing they're going to shit themselves a little bit later. If they're not already. I would. If I was stupid enough to have it. Anyway. Flat thumbs, double flat thumbs to infinity twice. Hope you enjoyed the super fantastic show. Make sure to come back Flatterday when we got special guest Russian vid appearing on our Flatterday special. You excited about that? It's going to be fantastic. I know. So make sure to get your happy hats, your big smiley faces, up your vibration, ready for the weekend. Start you, okay, on Wednesday. Just getting you in the mood now. Okay? Thanks for joining me, guys. That was fab. Hope you had a good night. Much love. Some love. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.